Today we're riding the trail on 185th Street that goes from Lakeville, Minnesota to Prior Lake, Minnesota. And it's along the road, but it's not on the road. You're on your own little trail here through the grass. And it's kind of a nice overcast day. It's 82 degrees. And we still got the smoke from the wildfires. You can see the streaks up there. So this trail has long, gradual hills. I just climbed 1.25 miles up the hill, and now we're gonna reap the benefits of that. We're coasting right now, and it's gonna start increasing speed. We got about 1/4 mile till the turn down there. Bucking some wind here, about 10-mile-an-hour headwind, and we're going 18. So I know the mic is acting up and I'm talking kind of loud. But on this trail, there are no stop signs for a couple of miles. Just look both ways when you cross the street. Pup knows we're going to the park. Hopefully we'll get to the Cleary Lake Park in Prior Lake, if it's open. They've been rebuilding the roads around it. Haven't been there in a couple of years. There's a sign of fall. The signs all along the road here. We're coming down the hill here. Got a little pumpkin stand in the cornfield. I don't think we're gonna stop though. Maybe on the way home if they're still open. Last week we were out and everything was green. What a difference a week makes. We're in the same area. We made it to the Cleary Lake Regional Park, and there's all kinds of trees, and there's hills, and there's sun and there's shade. Let's take a listen here. Listen. I hear a cricket. I do not hear any buzzer bugs. There's a crow. And there's people talking. I don't think the camera can take that. Get it? Wow, the evergreens are really thick in here. Look at this ground cover. Let's take a look at this, see how thick it is. The fresh stuff is 1 inch thick. Then it goes way down. Oh yeah, it's dry though. It's dry dirt. This area is kind of in a drought. Look at that. It's the beginning of fall, even though it's not. That sumac is starting to turn. Catch it before the leaves fall off. Here is an area that's in the shade and it's wet. There's been no rain for quite a while, and yet it's still got water on the trail, and there's no springs around here. The temperature of the tar surface is below the dew point. The humidity today is really high, so it's condensing out of the air. If I feel it, it's very chilled. It's almost like a refrigerator's cooling it from underneath. So this will stay wet as long as there's no sun on it. It's always wet here. I think these trees could be turning early because of the drought. I just checked the dew point, it's 63 degrees, so that, I wish I'd have brought my thermometer. I could measure that tar temperature. It's probably 58 degrees there. That's why it's getting so wet. It's turning really fast this week. Glad I came today. I bet you in 2 weeks this will be gone. One of the steeper hills in the park. plenty good if you're a little kid on a learning on a bike. Boy, that would be a thrill. Here's a little rest area on the side of the trail. Cleary Lake. All that duckweed out there. And the main lake is over on this side. I can see the smoke up there yet, those streaks. So we don't get a bright sun today. That looks like a typical Minnesota scene. No mountains in the background. Osprey nest. And we just happen to have one up there right now. Just hanging out Saturday afternoon. We're kind of at the halfway mark. We're over on the west side of the bike loop, and they got you covered. There's the facility, and they got bike tools and a pump and a rest stop. There's a little dirt trail that goes, I think it's going to the lake. Tilly wanted to take it, so okay, we'll do it. Yes, it's a little rest area. Here's the view from there. They have a little opening through the willow bushes here. Turn around. It's very dry. You'd think that down by the lake it would be wet. Check this out. If I can dig it with a stick. Look at this. That's dry. That should be muddy down here. Ooh. We've been sitting here about 10 minutes and there are no deer flies. We'll just go down this little trail some more. It's thick in there. I bet it gets a little active here after sunset with the skeeters. Well, when you're sitting on the trike, you notice things like this. You don't see the size of that leaf until you put your hand by it. Look at this. Look how big that leaf is. That creek does not appear to be moving. Another rest stop on the west side. We got water. We got a rest. And I'm out of breath. Climbing a hill right here. You can see when you look down there, there's a lot of shade. It's half shade, half sun. We're going on a trail that goes around Markley, that's with an M, Markley Lake, in Prior Lake. And these houses are really new. They left a couple of the big trees in the backyard, but they got a beautiful trail around the lake. And the sun is on our back. What a cute little lake. It's real long and skinny. There's some of the locals out in the lake. They actually see me from way over here, a long ways away. They're watching. Half of them jumped in already. See, just a local trail in the South Metro. And there's all kinds of things to look at. He's catching a few rays before evening. There's some mighty tall trees here. This is 160th Street, heading east out of Prior Lake. Look at that sled ride. A cement sidewalk, which is marked as a bike lane. There's one on each side of the road. We got a half a mile coast coming up here. Looks sweet. All you do is sit back and enjoy the ride. Here we go, down another hill. We ride and ride. We don't see anybody else on bicycles. There's not even anybody walking. It's not a bad day. It's 82 degrees. In fact, the sun is starting to get long shadows right now. This is a gravel road that goes through the middle of the Murphy-Hanrahan County Park. And it's pretty rough. There's a lot of washboard. If I could widen out here. Wow. We're riding on the side because there's a lot of cars here. But you wonder if I like fat tires. This would be very much miserable if you were riding skinny little road tires in here. In fact, some of those bumps you might be punching down to the rim. So if it gets really bad, I let some pressure out, but it's the speedsters are working really good. I'm still running 20 pounds in them. They're working really good. Here, I'll show you the crushed rock we're on. It's kind of a gray-white limestone. It's 4 inches thick right here on the side of the road. If you'd be a normal tire, there's no way. There's no way you'd go through that. You'd be pushing the pile out of the way. Right there. Ready? Let her buck. This is Orchard Lake. And the little dam here that regulates the height of the lake. Normally the water is up to this cement. It's a little dam here. And it is about 14 inches below that. So the lake is not, it's not flowing out. It's just a big bowl of water now. We haven't had enough rain. It should be going through this tunnel through here and out the other side. Huh, can't see the other side very well. This should be flowing water really rushing through here. Nothing, dried up. For a city lake though, it's really clear.